Hello and a warm welcome everybody back here on my YouTube channel Flames, and as you can see we are back here on HLTV, and HLTV released the new fantasy pick'em. Yeah, I say fantasy pick'em, okay. Yeah, and it is about the Blast Pro series in Miami. And yeah, the attending teams are, as you can see, Astralis, Navi, Liquid, FaZe, MIBR, and Cloud9. So I have just decided to pick my lineup and to make another video for you. And yeah, so I think there will be prizes again. There was no official news as far as I'm right. And yeah, so I'm just making this for fun this time. And yeah, so once again, Simple showed us at the last tournament. It was the Star Series in Shanghai. He is reliable. He was the best player there, and I think he will also be the best player stat-wise now at the Blast Miami once again. Even if I don't think that they will win, but I think the final will be Astralis versus Navi once more. And yeah, so maybe Navi can't win it at all, but yeah, so this is the reason why I didn't pick Electronic as my second player, because I wanted to try it with two good players, two world-class players, let's say it like this. Good are they all, because they wouldn't be there without being good. And yeah, so I've just decided this time to pick a player from Astralis, of course, and my choice fell on the Pre. Yeah, so the Pre, I thought about Magisk as well, but the 16k between them is not enough for me to take, so I've just decided to take the Pre because he's a solid player as well. He can have high ratings, he can have good games as well, and he's all in all very solid. Maybe not this Magisk-like that he's sometimes having a like 2.5 rating and sometimes then a 1.01, because we've learned in the last pick'em that the rating is counting as points behind the 1, and minus rating if you're 0 point something. Yeah, so this is why I picked the Pre, to have save points. Like with Simple, you can't do anything wrong at the end. And yeah, the next player I have picked was Neff, who is pretty cheap, I would say, just because Neff was the best player, one of the two, three best players at the beginning of 2018, and I think he still has the skill set and so on to have this performance once more. And yeah, so I'm wondering why he's under 200k, but okay, I will say I will just take it. And so at the end, we had to take two lower players, and so this time I've decided for Olaf once more. Yeah, Olaf, as I said, he can have good games, he can have bad games, but I think I will give him a worse role than the last time, because I've learned something. I think Olaf was my worst player at the Star Series event with minus points at the end. I'm not sure if it was Olafmeister or MBK. I think it was Olafmeister, but I'm not really sure about it. And yeah, so the good thing at Blast tournaments is that every team has at least 5 games against any opponent there. And so you can't go out in the group stage and then your points are lost for this player. And yeah, that's very good. So I've just picked Olafmeister, we'll give him another roll at the end. And yeah, so we just had to choose between Zeus, Adrian, Taco, Phelps, Fallen, as our last players. And yeah, so I didn't want to give Simple the main op once more, and yeah, so I've decided to take Fallen, and so we have all of our budget used. As you can see, we are on $0. And yeah, so Fallen can have great games with the op. He's the main op, so I don't think anyone else will have the op kills like him in the team. And I didn't want to pick someone from the same team like Olafmeister, because Adrian would have been a possibility, and then just 3 MIBR players. And yeah, Simple I want to take once more as the stat hunter, what he will fulfill pretty good, I think, once more. Yeah, but the role parts we can see now. I will just click on buy this team, And then we are taking the roles. Yeah, as I already said, we will take simple as Stat Hunter. I think you can't do anything wrong with it. Maybe he won't have 1.4 rating in every game, but I think he has good chances to have this rating at least against FaZe, MIBR, and I forgot the sixth team at the moment. Fuck. Yeah, so, but you know what I mean at the end. And yeah, against Liquid and Astralis it could be hard, but still doable for Simple, because he just showed that he is still the number one in my eyes at least. And yeah, so another role we have already discussed was Fallen as main op. I don't think you can give him something else though, because he doesn't really play that much of a rifle. He is more like the normal main op, you know. And yeah, so the next player I have chosen a role for is the attacker role for Neff. I think he has a decent aim, and so he's also a good entry with the AK, and so I'm just hoping that he will get a pretty good T-side rating with many opening frags, with many multi-frags on the T-side. And yeah, then the counterpart to Neff would be the Pre for me. I think the Pre is this calm player, kinda aggressive, kinda passive, always a good mixture of playstyles. And yeah, so I think the Pre is not a bad choice to have the the defender role, and he always has good highlight videos on the CT side. If I just think about this Deagle Ace against Navi on Overpass, this was insane, honestly. And yeah, he's always capable of doing this once again and again and again. And yeah, so I've chosen the Pre as a CT rating hunter. Yeah, CT defender. Yeah, I'm always forgetting the names of the roles though. And yeah, the last role open was for Olofmeister. And in the last tournament, I've learned, okay, I maybe was a bit wrong. He shouldn't get the defender once more. He gave me some points with the defender role, but not the plus 10 points he can give for a high bonus. And yeah, so I've just decided this time to make him the noob. Of course, he is not a noob, but it is very likable that he won't have that high ratings against top teams like Navi, Astralis, or Liquid. And so I've just decided to pick him as the noob, because he will have a low rating in more games than he will have a high rating, in my opinion. And yeah, so I've decided to pick him as the noob role, and he has to have a rating below 0.8, and he often doesn't have a rating above 1.15, and so you will get at least 3 points like every game for him. Of course, he can have outstanding games, but if you look at the last tourneys, it shouldn't happen that obvious. And yes, so now you have seen my team, my pick'em, and if you want to say something about your pick'em, maybe what you have done what if you have the same players like me, or at which point I could change something maybe. Yeah, just let me know it in the comment section below, and if you liked the video, just smash the like button once more like you did under the last video. It had like 6 or 7 likes, which is very much for the number of my subscribers, for example. And it had like 65 views it had. And this makes me very happy. And I think there were some guys from HLTV as well. And I want to say thank you to everyone who tuned in there. And yeah, still, if you have any ideas, what could I do better? What should I not do? What should I do in those videos? Just let me know it. Maybe I will make some giveaways in the next videos with my own league though, like Don Hachi did, for example. And yeah, so I would really like to see some reputation to this video. And yeah, so I was happy to record it once more, and I'm out. We will see us at the next video, and ciao!